So I think we all know the saying, there are plenty of fish in the ocean. Well, it's a lie. In fact, it's predicted that without drastic action from our side, we could see fishless oceans by 2048. So Fries is on a mission to spread the message and to make South Africans aware of, first of all, the state of our oceans, but what we can do about it. And here to talk to us about the sustainability of our oceans and how we can make a change in our own lives to help the situation is Captain Andre Rutershauser from Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. Captain, welcome. Andre, thank you so much for joining us. I want to say for a positive exchange of information, but it's terrifying. It is terrifying to know how close to the verge we possibly are. When I say fishless oceans, is that really a possibility that we might destroy all fish in our oceans?
Yes, I mean, I've been on several campaigns and what I'm seeing on the front lines is devastating. You know, they literally are extracting fish at such a rate. And we're seeing the signs right now. That's the scary part. It's the canary in the mine at the moment. Yeah.
What is the biggest threat, would you say, to the oceans as they stand at the moment? Is climate change where we need to start with what we can do on land? Is it the overfishing of oceans? Where is the battle line being drawn?
One of the big issues right now is that agriculture is the biggest single ocean predator. Fish is being used to feed people around the world, but it also is being used in animal feed and in pet food, etc. So there's a lot of aspects or areas which seafood is used, and it's basically we're devouring the ocean for the animal industry, really. So yeah, one of the biggest changes you can make to try and help save the ocean is to actually stop eating meat or limit your, decrease your meat consumption. Animal agriculture is creating huge devastation in the oceans with dead zones, deforestation, acidification of the oceans, etc. So it's got massive implications for the oceans. And the ocean is our lifeline. Basically, out of every 5 breaths, 4 of it comes from the ocean, which is a lot of people don't realize that. So we are suffocating ourselves effectively by just literally eating meat, which in turn is devouring the ocean.
Maybe we don't think about the knock-on effect of the choices that we make as a consumer and how important that is. So how do you talk yourself through this? What changes do you try to adopt personally? Things like, obviously, eating less meat. How can we make it real in our lives now to feel like we are getting some kind of handle on the situation, do you think?
Yeah, I think, the internet, for example, is a great source of information right now in order to educate yourself. And also taking up these challenges like Meatless Mondays or even going for meat alternatives like the Fries range, for example, just to help you change your perception of what it is to eat meat, basically. Eating meat has a devastating consequences for the environment, and the more the environment suffers, the more we suffer. So we're linked to the environment. So that's why we're seeing a lot of diseases, top 15 chronic illnesses on the planet right now are directly related to the consumption of animal products. Veganism, for example, or plant-based lifestyle is the fastest growing movement in the world. It's 600 to 800% globally. So there's a massive wave of trying to change or shift the tide, so to speak, and really understand the implications of what's going on, because it's right on our doorstep, actually.
Andre, thank you so much for the work that you do tirelessly all the time, and we're going to invite you to join us in a challenge here as well. But I think all of us need to take on board right now that there is something to be done, and it doesn't start with us pointing a finger. It starts with what we can do ourselves, decreasing the amount of meat that we consume and increasing our consumption of plant-based foods. Definitely a step in the right direction to help. So in fact, we're going to challenge you guys at home to pick one day a week, just one, doesn't have to be a Monday, whatever works for you and your kind of life cycle. And you're going to choose not to eat any meat or animal-based products as well. And if you're stuck for ideas, why not Fries fish-style fillets for a little inspiration? They'll take you, I think, open a whole new world of possibilities for you. We don't believe in things being all doom and gloom here at Expresso. You know it. We always want to find hope, find things that we can do to empower ourselves, but it does start with exactly that, ourselves. So if you care about your children's future on this planet, if you want them to have an ocean come 2049, which is just around the corner, you should care about the state of our oceans and support a lifestyle of eating less meat and more plant-based goodness. And listen, we would never preach to you or tell you what to do and what to eat, but it is, I think, now a final line in the sand. What you choose today is going to definitely affect the future, not just for us, but for our kids as well.